I'm happy to bring a new one tonight. This is the first time I've played it. It's called Sunkenland. I've had it on the wish list for a little while, and it has turned out to be a lot more enjoyable than I could ever expected. A lot of the survival games that are coming out are all the same thing over and over and over again. Now this one has also taken a couple of shortcuts when it comes down to cutting trees. You still get to hit it with a hammer, but it's like 14 times for now. It does get better. And it automatically gives you planks of wood. Same with cutting down small trees, you do it about 4 times with the standard axe. Grinding isn't too bad, you do need to get your stuff. I made every mistake in a survival game in the first 10 minutes of this, so it took me about an hour to get myself back on track. I'm Hamrat. I'd love you to subscribe to the channel. My voice is a little off tonight as it's winter here in Adelaide, so I had to get a cold again, but that's what I do. Now, we start off, we're wandering around the island. There is plenty of food on the island as well to pick up. There's the mushrooms, there's strawberries, there's everything. It took me a little while to learn out the strawberries because I made the first mistake was I got the water, took the fact that food would be for granted and went out and went exploring. Now when you go into the water you can't help yourself. The sound is brilliant of the underwater effects. The graphics are great when you're swimming around, and oxygen is a big thing. Don't try and push it. I did. I almost died. And then I did it again. I almost died. Then I went swimming at night time and I froze and died. So there's a hint. When it's night time, stay by a fire or get some warm clothes. As you see here, smashing away at a tree. This is with the axe they first give you. It's just like a little stone piece of rubbish. It doesn't make too much difference between that and the first axe you actually cross through. After that, when you create the crafting table, you can create the two-handed axe, which will probably do a lot more strength. Cut down trees in half the time. Hopefully we get to chainsaws. There's mutants on the islands that have got guns. There's mutants on boats that have got guns. Where I've started, in my exploration I saw, as you see there's islands in the distance and stuff, everybody wants to kill me. So it's a standard game. A lot of people are comparing this game to Rust. Now, I don't see it, but I was never really huge on Rust. The PvP side kind of scared me away. The PvE side, on the other hand, I love building in that. I found a couple of great servers. And I know every 40 days, my base isn't going to disappear. Now, I've actually just started doing a couple of basic foundations so I could put some stuff, build some boxes, put my things in. The first thing you do need to do is get your water and food organised on fire. Then go nuts exploring. It doesn't take long to do. As I said, I did it wrong. I took the long way around. You'll see that later in the video. I know this game's only early access, but it is so promising at the moment, and the devs already done 2 updates already, and it's only been released since 10:30 this morning. And for a $23 price tag on special, it's a lot cheaper than some of the survival games that come out that are nowhere near to the standard of gameplay and quality. Now I'm going to put one bug down that did annoy the shit out of me. I got a little boat, as you could call it, a little paddle boat, and I went cruising up on the land and got it stuck on the land so I could turn it around, but I can't push it back in the water. That shit me a bit, but oh well. Now, in the cars, we get a lot of scrap metal, we get gasoline, we get components, and sometimes cloth, sometimes glass. Glass is a biggie for making a glass bottle so you can drink water. So remember that one, try and do that first. You also pick up lots of things that are worth money. You can go to a trader and sell them. I'm presuming you can buy stuff. I haven't got to one yet, as I kind of got carried away doing this and looking around. Now you'll find what I'm looking at now is just getting as much as I can, get it back, put it in storage boxes, go back again. You'll see lots of piles that look like rubbish on the ground. They're basically scrap metal. Get as much as you can of that. That's one of your main resources. Same with fridges underwater. You'll get food out of them and drinks, as well as other boxes and storage things. Now the crafting, as you see, is just drop it, put any angle you want. I only had about 40 wood, so I made a couple of planks just to get started. And the menu system is quite easy, as you see. So you've got your building ones for all your construction, and you've got your tools to the left with bow, arrow, everything else. So it's not a hard game in that sense. It is actually nice coming across a game that's got everything you want in it. There's a little bit of a graphic switch there with the crab jumping through, but that's not a game breaker, and I still got to eat it. But you don't have to learn everything about it. I've got survival games that you have to grind and grind and grind just to do some basic things. 1 is fantastic. You actually have to, you wanted it as realistic as you could get. So first you create your rock. You got to break your rock into splinters, and then you sharpen that to axes, stones, knives. So 1 rock creates 4 different things, but you have to take it through different stages to get to that point. And then you still have to hammer it together. That one's called Escape from the Pacific, worth looking at if you want to jump into it now. The dev always works on the game continuously. He's always changing it, updating it, but you'll see that in a video later on. Now back to bashing things underwater. Some people always ask why I choose a girl in these survival games. Well, I figure I'm a guy in real life, so I'll be a girl in games. Plus it gives everybody a laugh when we play with the whole group of us. That they always hear me coming with this little girl's voice. And everyone that's ever played a survival game with me, map, GPS, anything, will know I get lost in every single survival game I play. Doesn't matter what you do, you could be watching, directing me on the map of where to go, and I'll just drift off course and end up somewhere else. So underwater, this one's going to be interesting because this map looks like it's going to be quite big. As you see, I'm still just getting the feel for the game now. To work out what's what. And don't eat mushrooms, as you see. They will hurt you. They will give you a little bit of food, but they will hurt you. And this is where I hadn't worked out there's strawberries on the island yet, and food in the fridges. So, in between the edits I did here, I actually died 4 times from starvation, which was pretty pathetic. But you do drop a bag so you can go back and pick up your loot and keep everything in your tool belt on you. So it is a little bit forgiving in the... As you can see, I think this was the 14 times one per axe. Yeah. Now this is the first axe you get to construct. There is a second one, which is a 2-handed axe. Looking forward to getting that. I just get some stuff out of the way quickly. We'll knock some trees down. We can build a few more platforms. It's funny how quick you do run out of wood and you need to go diving to get it. I think I cleaned up every tree on that island in the first 15 minutes. And then I started getting a shortage of wood, but luckily it's everywhere around you. Now you got cloth, 3 cloth make rope. You need a lot of rope. I think everything you do needs rope. When you get a chance, build a bag as well, because you get another row of 4 that you do need. You fill up too quick on various items that are around here. This is just a skip. The sunset looks quite pretty. The same with the moonrise. It's enjoyable and peaceful. You get that sense of lull. As you notice, I don't have a bird yet, which is probably silly. It's one of the first things you should make. But I did do everything back to front on this one. Yes, I went up to have a look at the moonrise. It did look pretty, and it gets bigger as it goes higher in the sky. And we built some extra platforms. At night time there's not a lot you can do without getting cold if you don't have the proper clothes and stuff. So it's a perfect time to build, get a fire going, Get everything ready, cooking, whatever you want to do. You can put a bonfire in your pier, it doesn't burn it down, which is even better. And the wood actually lasts quite some time. It's not just burns out in seconds. Whereas you get hungry quite easy in this game. The more stamina you use, the more hungry you get. It doesn't take you long to learn what you can mine, what you can't mine. There's just so much under here. It's like, as you know, everything's underwater, but it's just everything is here. It's fantastic. And this is where I got silly. I wanted to take on the mutants just to see how hard they were. So I got a spear. I'm going to do the sneaky and go up there and stab one in the head if I can. See if he dies. Instead, I stabbed him in the back. And he's beating the living crap out of me. Now I got him. But... ooh, as you see. Wait till you get some armor and better weapons for that bit. As you can see, my death bag's on board their ship. So we'll go over there and battle the cold. Now I'm going to sneaky up. I'm going to get it. I had my bottle, that was important. And then I basically jump off the ship and come back. I was going to take my chances trying to fight anymore. And I just built the paddle boat. I was so stoked in this. It's loud. It seems slow, but you're going like 48 k's. Now I've come across another island thinking, I'm going to go get some crab food because I'm starving and crabs aren't coming back to my island. Well, as I hadn't discovered strawberries just yet. When you get here, you'll find every island has someone on it. It's not just a free-for-all that you can explore. You want something, you have to fight for it. To my surprise, they've also got guns. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't worried about scrap or anything else. I was on a mission for food. I thought maybe the garbage bin might have something. I was wrong. Now, I think that music means they're looking for you, that they know you're there. It quietens down for a bit. And they stop. But then I get shot at, so I run away like a little scared bitch. How unfair is that? This is like starting game level, day 1, or day 2 now, and they're shooting at me already. So it's time to piss off. I know there's mixed reviews on Steam about this game. There's a couple of negative ones, a lot of good ones. I am thoroughly enjoying this. This isn't where I got the boat stuck, by the way. You can still pedal backwards. It's when I turned it around and got back home, I thought, I'll just run it on the beach so it doesn't float away. Dumbest mistake ever. Unless they put a push button in, I'm building another one. Nicely parked. That wasn't a total failure. I come back with some pants. That's always a good thing. I need to build more boxes. Why put a mirror in the middle of a rock? Because you can. Plus I wanted to see if you can break it down and get resources from it, which you can't. Which is a bit of a shame. Everybody's going to have a rubber ducky. Don't care how old you are, you need a rubber ducky. As you see, there's the collectibles I was talking about. Now, across the island from me is a trader. You can see the signs up. You can go there and sell your stuff. But first things first, let's build things. The research table gets everything you need from crossbows, the two-handed axe. Anything you'd ever need on an island where you're about to declare war on everyone. It's all in there. With the blueprints, you can just read them at any given time when they're on your body, and then you can go straight to your crafting menu to build them. I'm actually looking forward to building my base on this. This is basically just a starter mess area. And here we have it. Strawberries. I was basically out of food, so now life is much better. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I've actually talked for about 15 minutes all the way through. This is the way I want to do the games now. More informative, more fun. You get to explain what you're doing and where you screwed up. There's more videos of this one coming up, as well as other open world survival games. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'm Hamrat, remember? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and keep the new games coming. I'll see you next time.